If you're looking for a little way to embellish your granny squares or any of your other color work, it's interesting when you transition between two different colors to consider how you can bring the first color in with the second. So the way I like to do it is I work my first color and then I work my second color. Then I go back afterwards and I slip stitch into and over the posts of that first round done in the new color. And that just gives a nice little transition point between the first and the second color, whereby you see a little bit of a checked pattern here for visual interest. Then you see the reminder of that first color, and then you see the second color. Along the edge of this particular sampler, I decided to do the same thing in the same color. So here we have, this is color 2, and then I used color 2 a second time after I finished my last round. I again did slip stitches into the posts all the way around. And it gives it a nice little edge. I have not blocked it yet. It's just a little coaster for my desk. I probably won't block it, but I wanted to make sure that you saw this idea because I think you'll find it interesting if you are making granny squares and you just want a little bit of additional visual interest on your squares. And also it can be very useful if you wanted to do a little bit of color work, but you didn't want to have to keep switching colors. You could do all of your main color work and then go back and use the slip stitch to embellish your stitches at certain intervals so that you'd get striping in your work. And we'll look at that in more depth at some point in the future. I just thought it was interesting the way the slip stitches present might be helpful to those of you who are now learning how to do granny squares.